Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got something new today, something new from Parkside. We've opened them before with their NWSL, but they have gotten into the IndyCar cards now. And I'll tell you, I enjoy auto racing. Been watching it for years. I know everyone is really hyped about the Formula One releases, the Topps does. And I've been watching Formula One as well for a number of years, but I've also been watching IndyCar for just as long, if not longer. And I was super excited that somebody decided to come out with these. So we're gonna take a look. I got one hobby box here. We'll get this cracked open. And entering the month of May, this is the perfect time to do it because we all know we're coming up to the Indy 500. Been a lot of controversy over the last couple of weeks with Penske Racing and Roger Penske owns the league in the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and so a whole lot of issues with that, with 3 of his drivers being penalized for cheating in the first race of the season. Really interesting. I think it's getting a lot of people talking about the sport, which is awesome because it means more people are probably going to take an interest in it. If you like Formula One, you're going to like IndyCar. There's more passing, that's for sure. And so we'll take a look at these cards. This is pretty neat. You get a box topper in here. It looks like this is Alexander Rossi. So former Indy 500 winner, drives with Arrow McLaren now. 8 cards per back, 20 packs per box. We're gonna get in and ripping these. These have been sitting here for a while. I've been staring at them, wanting to open them, trying to find the time to make a video for them so we can talk about them as we go. So let's get into it. So if you're watching, hopefully you're an IndyCar fan. If you're not, hopefully this piques your interest. If you are and you've been following along with some of the controversy here over the past couple of weeks with Penske and Joseph Newgarden, Will Power, Scott McLaughlin, let me know what you think about it. I know Roger Penske and his organization aren't ones that are known for cheating, so it's kind of interesting that they got caught up in this push-to-pass issue. So we'll get started. First one here, Santino Ferrucci, Rinus VK, Catherine Legge, pit pass insert. So Long Beach, so this will be the results from the race, which is pretty cool. I believe these are from last year's Long Beach race with Kyle Kirkwood finishing first, Romain Grosjean from Formula One finishing second, and Marcus Ericsson, former Formula One driver there as well. Indy 500 honors. Alex Palau, former champion there, Ed Carpenter, and Takuma Sato, 2-time Indy 500 winner. So looking at the cards, my initial thought is high quality. I think they've learned a lot doing the NWSL releases over the last couple of years. It stands out, very clean design. High quality packs, difficult to open there. Right there on the back, speaking of Joseph Newgarden. All right, Felix Rosenqvist, Pato Award. He was awarded the win at St. Pete after Joseph's disqualification. Pit pass, Ed Carpenter. Detroit, Alexander Rossi, Romain Grosjean, Connor Daly, and Joseph Newgarden, last year's Indy 500 winner. If you're watching the video, let me know if you've seen any of the races this season. How often do you watch? I tend to watch any race weekend. Just kind of how I like to spend my weekends. The St. Pete race was great. Always favorite of mine to watch. I used to go to that race in person when I lived in Tampa. The Indianapolis 500 front row card. That's pretty neat insert. And so look forward to that race every year. The controversy obviously has got people talking about it, which I think is going to help drive interest in the sport. Honestly, I'm kind of wondering if there was some thought to that, taking out, highlighting controversy with Penske and his team going into the month of May, kind of get the interest going back up. Should be a pretty interesting Indy 500 this year because you have Kyle Larson from NASCAR who is doing the double this year. So he is going to run the Indianapolis 500, and then he is going to fly to Charlotte and race in the Coca-Cola 600. So it's been done a couple of times. Believe Kurt Busch is the last person who attempted that. There have been NASCAR drivers in the past who have done it, notably Tony Stewart. It's not done often. The amount of training and preparation that goes into it, driving two different cars in the same day. Then you're talking about if you successfully finish both races, regardless of where you finish, you're looking at 1,100 miles of driving, which is pretty insane. This is a pretty cool card here, I believe. Yeah, this is Alex Palou winning the Astor Cup, which is awarded to the series champion. That's a really cool insert there. So with all that being said, not done frequently, where you have folks attempt both major U.S. Series Memorial Day races. I think that will be very interesting to watch, to see how Kyle Larson does. He has shown a lot of speed in practice so far at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the couple of practice sessions that they have done there. Get that centered there. That's a pretty cool card. So I think there's a chance for him to be competitive. And talking about Indianapolis 500 and winners, there's a four-time champ, Elio Castroneves, Scott McLaughlin, the other one of the three drivers caught up in the recent push-to-pass debacle. Now, it is kind of interesting. I've listened to what Joseph Newgarden has had to say, where they were convinced that they were allowed to use the push-to-pass based on the rules change that they were allowing for one of the races this season. It kind of depends who you believe. I tend to believe Joseph Newgarden. In all honesty, there, seems very sincere when he's talking about it. I listen to a lot of the podcasts that are out there on social media, like the Dale Jr. Download and stuff like that. And it's, Dale Jr. has mentioned, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And, everyone's looking for that competitive edge. Now, how much does the driver know? I mean, they're driving around that car, they're pushing that button, looking for the extra horsepower when they want it. It's up to the engineers to make sure that system is programmed appropriately. In my opinion, just my opinion there. I don't know. I'm sure there are some other folks here who might think differently, and if so, let me know. Let me know down in the comments. What your take on the whole thing is. Do you believe Joseph Newgarden? I know Scott McLaughlin has said that he didn't, know to the extent that Joseph Newgarden mentioned that, they knew they had the capability. It seemed like Scott was just pushing the button, and if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. Oh, look at that. We got a on-card autograph here. Hunter McElroy. Yeah. It's That's pretty neat. Driver for the number 27 Andretti Autosport. That's sleeved up. But with all of that, you know, tuned in this past weekend to Barber, which was a much better race than the non-points paying race that they did earlier, the race before, the race in between St. Pete and Long Beach. You know, it was much more action. Long Beach was also a pretty good race to watch. I enjoyed watching that. Been to that one in person as well. Definitely entertaining. Definitely an entertaining time. So, my take on Barber this weekend, you know, a lot of passing. It looked like Scott McLaughlin's team had something to prove after the disqualification, and they went out there and they really put it to the rest of the field, as did Will Power. Now, Will Power, he was allowed to maintain his finished position from St. Pete, and from what I understand, it's because he didn't utilize the push-to-pass feature when the other drivers did and were not allowed to. So he was docked 10 drivers' points for that, just because he had the capability and was caught up in the scandal. Joseph Newgarden. This card here is numbered out of 99. It's cool. So they don't tell you what number out of 99, but Parkside does it where they number their cards in that manner, so that's pretty neat. I haven't really been looking for that. I wonder if I've missed any others. Get this sleeved up. So if you're wondering what I use to sleeve up my card, I got turned on to this by watching some of the other folks online, Striker Breaks, shells, and I do like it. I've been using their hard cases as well. I like how clear they are. Very like the easy cut corner design on the penny sleeves. So let's make some room over here. But anyway, Will Power there finished second for this Birmingham Grand Prix this past weekend, so that was pretty cool. And then it looked like you know, Joseph Newgarden just wasn't in the right headspace this weekend. Good practice, good qualifying, finished in the back of the pack. A lot of hard racing this weekend, a lot of wheel to wheel. A lot of folks sliding off the track and into the grass. But yeah, it was a more competitive this weekend than I remember some of the previous races being this year. So that was fun to see. And, you know, like I said earlier, I love watching Formula One as well. But let's be honest, it's the Max Verstappen show, and you just kind of got to hope that he's got some kind of issue for someone else to finish at the top of the podium, which is great. I mean, you can't take away from the skill and the great drive that Max has, but you're really watching from second place on back, you know, for the real action in a Formula One race. So here's Joseph Newgarden here with the Borg Warner Trophy, last year's Indy 500 winner. It's another really great looking photo. Get a sleeve on that here in a minute. Catherine Legg. Graham Rahal. I like the mix of driver photos and car photos. Provide some pretty good action shots there. Will Power, number 12 driver, Callum Ilott, Phipps, and Ed Carpenter. So pretty impressed with the product. You know, I'll have to, this is a set I definitely want to build. So I'm going to take a look here after the video is posted and kind of figure out what I've got, what I'm missing, see if another hobby box is worth it. Now, I've seen online that they've been promoting pretty big autographs in the set, triple driver autographs. I've even seen some promotions for relic cards, pieces of track and stuff like that. I think that would be pretty neat. None of these packs look overly thick, so I don't know if we'll have any luck there. Helio Castroneves, second all-time IndyCar starts. That's pretty cool. Christian Rasmussen, Christian Lundgaard, Rinus VK, Scott McLaughlin, and Ryan Hunter-Reay. Ryan Hunter-Reay, not ever since he left Andretti Autosport, hasn't had a consistent ride. Had a great showing at the Indy 500 last year, worked Connor Daly out of his seat, but I noticed this year not in a seat. So that's disappointing for a former series champion. Dennis Lundquist. Sorry guys, turning these all different types of ways. Devlin DeFrancesco, Scott McLaughlin, 50 starts. And here we go, second autograph. Jacob Abel Motorsports. So pretty good mix. We're up to 2 autographs. We're halfway through the hobby box. We'll keep going. Catherine Lake, Alex Palau, Scott Dixon, and Tony Kanaan. Super happy to see him get his Indy 500 win a couple years ago. All right, so 10 packs down, 10 to go. Halfway through the hobby box. Let me know what you guys think. If you're fans of IndyCar, is this a product that's on your list? If you're a card collecting fan, what do you think about Parkside and their products? I have to tell you, I think these are great. The quality control seems really well. Cards are well centered, definitely better centered than I am being on the screen right now. So sorry for that. That's a pretty neat card there. The photography on this is pretty phenomenal. Joseph Newgarden after his win at Indy last year. A lot of Joseph Newgarden here. Kind of wish pull one of his autographs because, I've been a fan of his since he entered the series a couple years ago. Pretty talented U.S. driver. And so there are a couple drivers that have come to IndyCar from Formula One. We talked about Romain Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson. But let's talk about how Colton Herta has been looked at for a Formula One drive, which is pretty cool. He's test drove with McLaren, I believe. So that might be neat seeing, it would be really cool to see IndyCar kind of be that stepping stone, especially for U.S. drivers up into Formula One, because we don't have really, in recent memory, any top standouts. I mean, right now you've got Logan Sargent driving for Williams, which, historic team, but he hasn't had the best of luck, whether that's his skill or the team not performing, not sure. Before him, I can think of, Scott Speed, kind of neat, in a sense. Alex Palau, numbered to 99. Back late 90s, early 2000s, you're talking about Juan Pablo Montoya in his time after having such success in the Champ Car Series, which has since merged with IndyCar. You're not tracking the two different series there. And that story on American Open Wheel Racing, it is pretty interesting to kind of go back and see how that transpired. IndyCar used to be pretty much a oval only open wheel race circuit, and Champ Car really raced on road courses. And you know, there's some good YouTube videos out there. There's a couple good books out there on what happened, what caused the Indy Racing League to split into the two series, IndyCar and Champ Car, and then finally what brought them back together, and merging the two series and creating one iconic open wheel US series. Joseph Newgarden down there below the pagoda after his win at Indy last year. I like these cards. They're sharp. I like the chrome effect. They do a great job. I don't see any roller marks on here. You know, something I always look for when chrome is used on a card, that chrome effect. So kind of nice to see the quality control on this is so good. Takuma Sato, Justine Canapino, Felix Rosenquist, Linus VK, Joseph Newgarden, Marcus Armstrong, and Tony Kanaan. 4 packs to go. Catherine Legge, Alex Palau. Pit pass insert to Marco Andretti. He hasn't had a full-time ride in a number of years. Usually races in the 500 in his dad's team. Was racing pretty well in the SRX series, which sad to see that shut down. Tony Stewart's Racing League. That was a fun racing series to kind of watch late in the week. I think they used to air that on Thursday evenings with kind of an all-star lineup of drivers that varied from week to week. Anderson, Marco Andretti, Alex Palau. This looks like an insert. Insert numbered to 99, Scott McLaughlin. Santino Ferrucci, Christian Lundgaard had a good race this weekend at Barber Motorsports Park. 2 packs to go, and we'll wrap this video up. Give you my thoughts. I think you already kind of know where I stand on this, but I'd love to hear what you guys think. If you've opened Parkside before, whether their NWSL stuff or maybe now their IndyCar stuff, would love to know what you think about it. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting to a point where we can say there's another card company out there that's producing great products and is opening up the market to some, you know, underrated sports here in the U.S. You know, women's soccer being one of them, IndyCar being another. All-time lap sled. That is a cool card. That is a cool card. And we got a third autograph, Marcus Ericsson. That's a great card. Multiple race winner, Indy 500 winner. Will definitely be one I send in to get graded. Use tag for all of my card grading stuff. I just like their authenticity and how open and transparent they are with their grading. You know exactly why your card got the score that it did. I just put in tag S drop that happened this past week. I'm going to be submitting a couple more cards in for their 1,000 point scale grading, and when we get those back, we'll definitely be doing another video on those and what grades I got. And here we go, last pack. That'll be the most difficult one to open, right? So I appreciate everybody for tuning in, taking a look at this product with me. First time opening it, so pretty excited. You know, Marco Andretti crossing the yard of bricks. David Malukas, R.C. Anderson. There's Joseph pouring the milk on himself after winning the 500. Pato Award. Alex Palau, David Malukas, and Joseph Newgarden to finish it off. Really great haul. Take a look at some of the numbered cards here. So Scott McLaughlin, numbered to 99. We'll get that sleeved up. Joseph Newgarden, numbered to 99. Alex Palau, numbered to 99. Just some really great photography there. Alex Palau with the Astor Cup after winning the 2023 IndyCar Series Championship. Some great shots of Joseph Newgarden's win at the Indy 500 last year. Milk, pagoda, and with the Borg Warner Trophy along the yard of bricks. That is just really some iconic photos. And then 3 autographs. And that is pretty awesome. I'm not going to complain about that. 3 autographs in a hobby box. I believe the price point on this was $80. Abel, Hunter McElroy, and Marcus Ericsson. Very cool. I'm a fan of this product. I'm going to take a look at what I have left to finish out the set, see if it's worth getting another hobby box to help round out the total set. I do have a plan to do a short of this, pick this up from the local card shop. This is a hanger box. So we'll do a short here, 25 cards in this one. That'll be the next upload. Got that from the local card shop out here, Best of the Best 808. And yeah, again, impressed with the product. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, consider subscribing, and leave a comment down below what you think about the IndyCar Series, this product going into the month of May. Who's your money on for winning the 500 this year? Let me know what you think about the controversy with the push to pass and Team Penske. Really interested to see how everybody feels about that, and we'll look forward to doing a couple more videos this week. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching.